Greetings, and greetings to you, Mythics. How are we all? Yes, we are back. It's Wednesday. It's 6:30 p.m. UK time, just after. This is Grocklesnook from the Bottled Imp. This is me, Ken Boyter, also from the Bottled Imp, co-creator and host of the Bottled Imp, co-host, I guess, along with Julian. Yes, we haven't made a video for a while though, which is a shame. Our last one that we did was we did like a cinema trip to see the latest Dungeons & Dragons film, which was very good. You're late. I am Martha. How are you? Hello, good midnight, or just after. But this isn't the Bottled Imp. No, this isn't the Bottled Imp. This is Edra Tales. It is a live stream Twitch event. An occasion, an incident, an afterthought. No, I don't know what it is. Tired from the heat, yes. Woo, it's hot over here as well, Martha. I'm making a long shopping list for food. Fantastic. Put crisps on your shopping list. Always have some crisps in the house. How are you? How Arthur? As you can tell, I've just woken up. Obviously from my traditional pre-game snooze. My pre-game snooze. How are you, Lerin? Is it hot where you are? Already done so. 3 different ones. Hey, fantastic. What types have you got? Because we have crazy crisps over here. We got the regular crisps, which are mainly made by Walkers. And you got your traditional flavours over here. Beef and onion. Or maybe they don't do beef and onion anymore. But beef and onion... cheese and onion. Is it beef and onion? Yeah. Or is it just beef? Smoky bacon, prawn cocktail. Oof, I could go on. But then you've got your more creative crisps like quavers, skips, spicy knickknacks. You got Monster Munch. They're pretty cool. Don't know if you get Monster Munch. Greetings, Jams. Master Kenbalism. That one, no flavour, beef and onion. Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. What do you mean, beef or cheese and onion? No, I mean beef, cheese and onion. You just have them all together. All right, I've just woken up. How are you, Jonathan? We have some different ones. The one I'm excited is barbecue. Yes, barbecue flavour. It's 22 Celsius here. Now, I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that's hot. But I do know what a barbecue sauce is. Yes. I do remember... Jonathan, you're older than me. Do you remember little crisps? Crisps? You remember crisps? They had a dragon on the packet. And I'm pretty sure they were 7 pence. True. There you go. See? You heard it there first. Having cashew nuts with my gaming malt soda on the cool midnight. Oh, that sounds fantastic, Lerin. You are living the dream. Snaps. I thought they were called dragon snaps, but they're just called snaps, weren't they? Yeah, Jam, you remember them. Was it a red packet? Oh, I'm not sure. I just kind of remember the dragon. I think Jam remembers what they were called snaps, yeah. I thought you were... I didn't think you were of that age, Jam. But yeah, I remember there was 7p as well. And then as you grow older, you go, what? 15p for a bag of crisps? What's going on? Tomato was red, cheese was yellow. It is 71.6 Fahrenheit for those who aren't used to see. Oh, right. Oh, that's crazy talk. That is very hot. Can you still get them? That is the face of a shocked man, but not for 7p. Well, you could nick them and then just go back in and just randomly go, do you want 7p? Just have 7p. There you go. Alright, 48 at the end of the month. Oh, Jam. Oh, you're getting on a bit. Yeah, don't worry. Because Jonathan's nearly 60 now, aren't he? I do have a friend who is nearly 60, which is crazy talk. I've known him for like 15 years. which is crazy about that. Leaving Spirit, my favourite Western snack I will always have when I'm in England or back in Australia will be good old ice cold milk with Cocoa Pops. I like your style. That was a remote control, by the way, if you were wondering. It wasn't my magic wand. I don't show that on live stream. Cold milk with Cocoa Pops. Oh, Cocoa Pops are nice. You're 53 this... Oh, you actually are older than me. I was joking. I thought you were younger. No, surely you're younger than me. Are you? You're 53 this October. Colin, talking of old people. Hey, Colin, we're just talking about crisps. Just talking about crisps. What kind of crisps get you going? We've talked about snaps. I don't know if you remember those. You might be too young for those, but they're a little dragon on the front. They were 7p. Feel bad. Oh, discos. You remember discos? Feel bad for checking out a mother spider. Oh, for choking out a mother spider and killing some of her baby spiders. They were making a heck on my sofa. Oh, I guess that had to be done. You don't want to be living with spiders. Jonathan has aged like fine wine that's been left in the sun. No. Worcestershire sauce French fries. Colin, you are a monster. Oh, Worcestershire. No, I never got on with that. I did like French fries, but I like the salt and vinegar ones. Favourite Chris. Yeah, you see, now you've gone all modern on us, Colin. Japine. I can't even pronounce that. Jalapeno cheddar Cheetos. Aren't they a bit spicy? I'm not one for the spice. I scared her out, and since I'm getting a friend over, I want to clean it. Yeah, that's a tricky situation to be in. My nephew asked if I know what cheese crisps are made of. I said, what's it matter? You know what's coming next, Jam. I hope that hurt your ears. Yeah, there you go, Martha. Okay, well, I was going to do a pre-ramble about plugging some of my stuff, but we seem to have filled it with crisps, which is great. What's happening Sunday? Oh, you coming up Sunday? Fantastic. Nicely segued there, Colin. I'll slip you the money later. Let's play the game. Yeah, well, I do briefly want to talk about this, Martha. Talking of Sunday, yes, of Magic and Monkeys. That is my novel. It's coming out this Saturday and this Sunday. Really excited about it. I've got 40 hardback first editions. They will be signed. It's going to be in Hertford and it's also going to be in Ware. So really looking forward to that. Hertford Castle grounds and also the Southern Maltings. It's like a theatre really, but it's a beautiful space. And so the Hearts Book Festival is happening there. If you are nearby, I know that's a long stretch for a lot of people, but thanks, Colin. Colin's coming up. Come along. Come say hello. Come get a signed copy. If I have any copies left, see how confident I am. If I have any copies left, I will then be selling them directly, and I'll probably put them on my website, on Edra Tales website. I'll advertise them in the group. So if anybody does want a copy, then yeah, just let me know. Yes, of course, Martha. I will leave one for you, Martha. Absolutely. I'll definitely leave one for you. So there we go. So yeah, very excited about that. And also, just very quickly, I have got a sample of my game book, To Kill a Thief. I have written a sample copy of it that I'm giving away. This is a poster. This is actually the front cover, as I have since revealed. Yes, I have just got on my money, so I'm ready for the great book. Oh, thank you very much, Martha. That's very kind. So this is To Kill a Thief. This is the cover. And this is just the front cover, actually. I'm going to show you all of the cover. Oh, I know, cheeky. I have printed out a sample. So what I'm going to be doing... Is that back to front? It kind of looks back to front. Do things show up back to front to you? No. It looks back to front to me. I got worried when you mentioned your sample. Yeah. I'm giving away some free samples. They're either yellow or they're brown. It's up to you. I'm not fussy. Hello. It's the right way around. Oh, okay, good. It just mirrors. Okay, maybe when I look at it on my screen, it looks backwards, which means it is the right way around. For you, that's good. It's not my eyes playing up. It's a free sample. It's 30 entries. So this is what the book is going to look like, well, roughly what the book's going to look like, apart from the free sample, obviously, on the front. And what I've done is, I've kind of just done it like this, so that... you know, people can play it like that. I've got the map of Edra, although the actual real book, it won't have the map of Edra, it'll have the map of Ferrum's Forge. Hello, Sally. Amazing artwork. Thank you so much. I did it all in Photoshop. Yeah. It just meant I didn't get paint anywhere. So that is the entries. Well, that's actually, I've got the mechanics, I've got the rules at the beginning, obviously. And then I've got the entries like that. So I'm sure you know what an inside of a book looks like. However, I'm massively excited about this. So this is going to be kickstarted in October. So once this weekend is out the way and the UK Games is out the way, then I'll be banging on about this till you're all sick to death of it. And talking of sick to death of things being plugged, Liam's put, oh my, landscape for widescreen cinematic adventure. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I keep up with the modern technologies. Oh yeah. Look at that. Who'd have thought that the sun is shining through the grill that we've got in our dungeon? Isn't that right, Grocklesnook? He probably can fly through that grill. And maybe that's where he goes at night when I'm asleep. The Crooked Crown. It's here. Look at that, the Crooked Crown. This is the game that Kedrick and myself have been working on for the past sort of 2 years, basically. The Crooked Crown, steal the crown, win the game. We're very excited about this. It's fantastic. The artwork is beautiful by Alberto Sanchez Ballesteros. I never remember his surname, but Alberto, really nice guy to work with. Nothing was too much trouble, you know, he asked for some changes and tweaks and that. He was absolutely fine. Beautiful, beautiful man. Can't wait to play it, yes. So Colin and his family have already played the demo, you know, the prototype that I had. And they thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't you? Didn't you? Bully you into it. So yeah, really excited. So that is going to be launched at the UK Games Expo. So if you are at the UK Games Expo in Birmingham, at the NEC in Birmingham, on the 31st of May, the 1st of June and the 2nd of June, come say hello. Come to the Cheatwell, that's the logo, the Cheatwell stand, and I'll be demoing this with Kedrick. And also we've got about 6 or 7 other games that Cheatwell are promoting at the UK Games Expo, so I can demo any of them. But I did say to Paul, who's the publisher, I said, you do realise I'm going to be biased towards the Crooked Crown? And he just laughed. And yeah, of course you are. Another check in the post. Yeah, exactly, another check in the post. So really excited about all these things that are happening. It's nice when all you know, for a couple of years I just felt like I was always working and never really reaping the rewards, but now it seems to be paying off. Grocklesnook probably transform into a flying squirrel. I love that idea for his Moonlight Forest adventures. Well, weirdly enough, I have written 2 picture books for kids about Grocklesnook that I must see if we can get them made. It'd be brilliant. It's a brilliant game and mechanics, such fun. Oh, thank you, Colin. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, it is good. It's a lot of fun. It's very quick to play. Anyway, I've banged on about that before. So we better crack on, because this is what we're doing. The Kingdoms of Terror. It's Lone Wolf. It's Joe Diva. It's the Magnakai series, book 1. This is book 6 in the overall series, the 6th book that he wrote. But the first in a new sort of series, where you don't kind of reset. This was quite an innovative. It's quite strong, that song. This was quite innovative back in the day, that you actually could level up your character and take it into the next book, and then the next book, and the next book. So that's what we did when we played books 1 to 5. However, you can still take your same character into this book, but we decided to start again. And I've realised I've left the most important thing over there. So just, you know, hold on, it's hammer time. It is hammer time. Let me just go and get the most important thing with avoiding a crotch shot there, hopefully. I'm just going to turn the grill a little bit. There it is. We have forgotten the action charts. There's always something I forget. There's the action charts. And I know that you're very, very excited on the fact that it's on an A3 clipboard. I didn't think these things existed. So, where are we? We have combat skill 20. We have endurance points 26. Our maximum that we have had before is 30. We are trying to find the Lorestone. And I have made a note of it somewhere. That we are in the city where the Lorestone is. I can't for the life of me think what city it was. Let me get my notes. Can anyone else remember? But the Lorestone is actually under the cathedral, and the city that we're trying to get into is under siege. It's under siege, so it's been really tricky to try and get into it. Ken's going to get a tiny sunburn on his face. Yeah, just a strip like adamant, but reverse. That's one for the kids. I used to love adamant. It's brilliant. Brilliant. This is the map that's at the beginning of the book. If you do want to see the map in more detail, go to Edra Tales Facebook group, because I have put the map up in the media section. There's a folder called Lone Wolf, so you can zoom in on the places. We are family. We are in here. That's the place we're trying to get to. Treccaro, which is here, which is where the river all converges. So we're trying to get in, and I can't quite remember if we succeeded or not. So there we go. That is the state of play. Let me just now read the first entry again. Can anyone remember the precise detail? 107. Maybe it was jog our memory. 269. Maybe if I read the entry before, that'll jog my memory. Are we inside then? Chuck again. Chuck again. Chuck again. Or chuck a can. Let's do this. Oh, that was it. That was it. We're going to investigate a trapdoor. We are trying to make our way into the city. And we're going to investigate a trapdoor that's above us. So we're going up the stairs to the trapdoor. And I'm queuing. I want to hear those trapdoor music. Remember the trapdoor? Willie Rushton. Did he? Here we go then. Because there's something down there, exactly. In this case, Jan, there's something up there. The trapdoor is heavy and stiff, but gradually its steel of rust cracks. What? Hang on. Its seal of rust cracks and loosens under the pressure. Inch by inch, you force it open. Hey, there it is. He's put the trapdoor clip up there. Inch by inch, you force it open and reveal the last cobblestone city. And you reveal at last the cobblestone city square. Okay, we've got in. Across the square directly ahead is the Cathedral of Takaruru. The square is teeming with guards, and you're forced to close the hatch quickly to avoid being detected. Ah. Bert, feed me. Hey. Right, so there's lots of guards. We don't want to get caught. You estimate that the cathedral is approximately 200 yards due east. As you descend the steps and continue through the passage, you pray that the sewer will give you access to the cathedral's crypt. Okay, so we know we're on the right path then. We know we're on the right path. Turn to 120. Less than 50 yards along the channel, you see another passage joining the main flow from the right. That's it, because we're in a sewer under the city. So, what would you like to do? You got your first choice. Just said ice cream to cool down. Oh, Martha, that is beautiful. What flavour was it? My favourite is mint choc chip. Mint choc chip or salted caramel. Thank you, John. The to disco songs, 80s cartoon songs. Yeah, honestly, we were spoiled, I think, as kids in the 80s. Cracking shows, but every generation's going to say that, aren't they? Okay, what would you like to do then? Would you like to investigate the new passage? Type new, or would you like to press along the main course? Type press. What would you like to do then? New, see where the new one goes. New. I'm going to have a gulp of old honeyed tea. Press. Oh, okay. Sally wants to ignore the new passage. She doesn't want to get taken in by all these new-fangled things. Wow, pear ice cream. Oh, we've got 3 for new and 2 for press. That's close. There is not a spider in mine. Did see a spider the other day, actually, but it was dead already. So I was like, oh, okay. But I left it, just in case. I was thinking, if it runs... I just left it for ages. I mean, it's got to be dead now. Pear ice cream. Is that nice? I've never tried pear ice cream. Okay, we are going to go for the new passage. The new passage... 339 335 339. Here we go. 339. Gradually, the level of the sewer water begins to fall as you climb a ramp that leads to a circular vault, which is even less lit than the tunnel you came from. You stop at the edge of the vault when you sense that there is a pit somewhere in the darkness ahead. Uh-oh. If you possess the Kalite fire sphere, or a torch and a tinderbox. Have we got a torch and a tinderbox? I know we've got a tinderbox. Let's have a look, because you get given a tinderbox at the beginning. Let's have a look. We have a tinderbox. We don't have a torch. We do have a bottle of wine, however. It is nice and it can only be bought from the ice cream truck. Oh, lovely, lovely. The press will print anything new these days. Oh, look at you. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a torch, though. It's not in our special items, is it? No. Right, so it looks like we're going to fall down a pit. Burn the wine. I guess would it burn? Would it burn? Bit of a waste, isn't it? If you drink the wine and then fall down the pit, then that's probably going to save you from getting injured. So no, we've got to turn to 90 instead. Okay, here we go. Hopefully we're all right. The faintest of sounds makes you glance over your shoulder, and you are frozen with abject terror by the sight that greets your eyes. A huge, lumbering monster now fills the tunnel. It stands over 10 feet high, with thick, twisted limbs and great, powerful hands. Its thick fingers are tipped with razor-sharp talons, which are poised to rip your flesh. Baleful, malevolent eyes protrude from yellow stilts in its glistening head, and a long reptilian tail whips up a cloud of dust behind it. Mother. Before you can fully react, it strikes out and knocks you back into a pit. A peculiar and hideous sound fills the vault, and you feel a hot, sticky fluid raining. Keep it clean, the comment. Raining down on your head as it eats through your cloak and sears your flesh. The last thing you hear is the hideous mocking laughter of Dakomid. Tragically, your quest and your life end here in the sewers of Takaru. Oh no, that's right though, Martha. That is right. We do still have 2 lives left. We've done well though to survive, or you've done well to survive this. Yeah, and I told you so. Sally, darn, FF has us taking for granted that the set of the action is always well lit. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing when you write these game books, as I'm finding out. How realistic do you have it? It's the same with Skyrim or any of these games. You know, do you need a torch? And then if you have a torch, You know, you can't. Do you have a weapon? You know, it's like I remember with Skyrim. It was really not Skyrim, Oblivion. It was really dark, so you did need a torch, but then you couldn't have a sword and the magic. In Skyrim, they did away with that, so you don't really need to be holding a torch. That wasn't a thing, which I kind of prefer from a gaming point of view, but it's not necessarily a realistic point of view. Anyway, we are down to 2 lives. Let me mark that down. We do a little cheat mode on You Decide, where we have 3 lives. We have 3 lives. So it looks like, as Sally quite rightly chastised us, we're going to press on. So let's say we do have a torch and a kinder box. A tinder box. We are going to go. We're gonna press on. Oh, I see. Should we pretend that we've got that, or should we press on? Let me have a quick look. Should we do an extra cheaty? I remember when I first live streamed, I was very strict. I never cheated at all. Oh, this isn't the way either. It just means you can see it. Yeah. It just means you can basically see it. That's hilarious. It says the flame illuminates a deep circular pit where the floor of the chamber should be, lying at the bottom of the myriad of human skull and bones. Their surface is strangely smooth and yellowed, as if scoured by powerful acid. The faintest of sounds makes you glance over your shoulder, as you frozen with terror by the sight that meets your eyes. And then it talks about the monster. So feel extra smug. Sally, because it's not that way either. Thing is, though, we weren't really given any. Yeah, we said oh yes, you did as well, Martha, didn't you? I thought it was only Sally. Yes. Well, both of you can feel very, very smug. So we are going to go on, and. So, oh look, everyone said press on. Well, yeah, that feels like the right way to go. Press on. Well done. Let's see what's down here. Because the other way, it's probably a dead end or something. Diligently, you press on. He's rubbing it in there, isn't he? Silently counting every step you take along the sewer until you reach a narrow vault. It is a little over 150 yards from the previous junction. An iron ladder, its rungs pitted with rust, raises out of the water to an arched stone door. Beneath the door, the sewer continues away into the darkness. What would you like to do? Munching into Lone Wolf illustration style ration of dried fruits and nuts. Yeah, that's what you should do. It'd be quite fun. Well, the people do that, don't they? Just do LARPing, don't they? But it'd be quite cool to do LARPing, but without all the LARPing. What am I trying to say? Just go camp in the woods, but dressed up. Maybe that's what I'm saying, without all the battles and that. Here we go, then. What would you like to do? Would you like to climb the ladder, type climb, or would you like to continue along the passageway, type continue, or along? It's up to you. I'll let you decide. You decide what you want to do. Climb the ladder, or are we just going to continue on the passageway? Sally's gone for climb. Lee Wren's going for a climb as well. Dear. That was the spider going down the wrong way, Jem. You were right after all. Okay, climb ladder. Yes, did say the only way is up, baby. Right, here we go. We're going to climb 259. I've got a bad feeling about this, actually. I don't really want it to... As he's slowly poisoned. The door is old and decayed. It has not been opened for more than a century. If you're to find out what lies beyond it, you will first have to clear the dirt and rust that jam... Hang on, is this the right way? Have I read the right... No, I've got the wrong... Yeah, no, hang on. That doesn't seem like it ties in, does it? And investigate the... Oh, yeah, it's an arched door. Sorry, I thought it was another trapdoor. It's an arched door. So the door is old and decayed. It's not been open for more than a century. If you are to find out what lies beyond it, you will have to first clear the dirt and rust that jams its hinges. If you have the discipline of Nexus or Psi Surge, we don't. We've got neither of those skills. We are going to have to just try and barge it down. I told you, yes, you did, Sham. Because what happened to us implies the deeper we go, the closer to Cthulhu's realm we go. Exactly, and nobody wants to go there. Only madness and insanity lie there. Here we go then. What did I write down? 156. Only brute force will break the seal of encrusted filth. That is not a sentence I thought I'd be reading. Only brute force will break the seal of encrusted filth and open the door. So, we've got to basically fight a sewer door. What was Joe smoking on this one? Okay, here we go. Combat skill 13. Endurance or resistance points 35. That's fair enough. You're trying to bash it down, I guess. To break open the door, you should follow the normal combat rules. Any endurance points that you lose during this combat represent the fatigue you suffer as you hack at and batter the door. The sewer door can be considered as a plate armoured foe. Okay, oh I see, if you've got stuff that acts against plate armour. If you wish to cease combat at any time and continue along the sewer, you can do that. If you reduce, yeah, then, so we've got to still get the... Hello, rude guy, how are you? Walks in with a phoenix on his shoulder. Woo, we like that. Okay, we're just about to batter down a door. It's a plate armoured door. So we're in combat. I've never had to fight a door before, but there you go. So what do? We do this with combat, with Lone Wolf. It is very different to other... well, certainly Fighting Fantasy, which was, I guess, the main rival back in the day. My copper dragon growls, but stays with me. Nice. Okay, what is that? I can't see what emojis they are. Okay, here we go. So we do the combat ratio. So what you do is, I guess, do we use a +3? We wouldn't use a sword, would we? No, I think we're just gonna... We're not really using any weapons, are we? Charging the door head on like a hard-nosed Pachycephalosaurus. That's pretty much the long and short of it. I don't think we're going to be counting any weapons in our combat here. So, it has a combat skill of 13. Oh, okay. We've got 20, so we're well ahead anyway. It's got 35 points. So basically, it's a +7. It's a +7. We're on... Oh no, we must be back up to 30 by now, because we were healing every time we were walking around. So I'm going to put us back up to 30 endurance. That's not cheating. Okay, so what we do then is we will roll one die. Where's my die? Where's the dice tower? Let's construct the dice tower. Oh, wrong way around. There you go. This was my first ever purchase at the UK Games Expo, by the way. My first ever purchase. It was about 8 years ago now. Okay, we're going to get a D10, and it was the very last UK Games at the Hilton Hotel. I believe. Unless, did I go there twice when it was there? Maybe I went there twice. Anyway, let's roll and see what happens. So, I'm going to take that as a 2. It's a 2, which the higher the roll, the better normally. But because we got a +7, We're on a good column anyway. So, we take 3 damage, but the door takes 8 damage. Obviously lost a little bit of a wood chip there. Right, so we take 3, so we're on 27. But, hang on, I'm losing all my bits. But it takes 7. No, 8, did I say? Okay, so it has got higher endurance than us by quite a bit. Not anymore, though. 5 will be 28. No, 27. Oh, okay, we're both on 27 endurance. Here we go. So, then we roll again. Let me put that out of the way. We roll again. This is what I mean. The only downside to the Lone Wolf is the combat system. I kind of wish the combat system was slightly better. But hey, can't have everything. That is a 7. So we look that up there. And if you love a spreadsheet, oh my God, you're in heaven with this. It is a 7. And, oh, look at that. We don't take any hit points. The door does take 14 hit points. So, that's going to be, if it was 10, it would be 17. That's going to be 14. We're going to say it's 14. My goodness, Grocklesnook, stop making me yawn. And yes, you'll get more Skeldrakes when you get over here. Yeah, exactly. Aww. Little Skeldrakes. Okay, here we go then. We're going to do it again. We need a high number. Oh, look at that. That is a 0. That is a 0. So the 0 is the highest that we can roll. And that is, again, we don't take any damage, but it takes 18 damage. We've battered a door down. Battered it open. So there we go. Right then. Nothing if not quirky. We did win. Hurrah. Turn to 200. Turn to... It's... No, it's Nout. Though the combat rounds feel more realistic, as every round is both sides... Yeah, we'll get hits in. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but I don't know. There's just something exciting, or more exciting anyway, about rolling a dice. Because when you're hitting somebody, you're kind of doing that action. So chucking dice, you're kind of doing that action. Although we do a dice tower just for the sake of this live stream. But when you're rolling a dice, you know, and it's like you're hitting them. That's how I see it in my mind. Oh, it's cute being me. Just send you a PM, Ken, so you can check it out later. Oh, thank you, Martha. I will do that. Yeah, so we've battered the door. So what is behind the door is probably going to be a massive monster. We have to be into another combat straight away. Slowly, the old stone door creaks open, and as the dust settles, you find yourself staring into the forbidden crypt of Takalako Cathedral. This is exactly where we need to be. Stepping into the chill, stale air, your heart begins to pound loudly in your chest. The Lorestone is here. You can feel it. Beams of ashen moonlight filter into the crypt, illuminating the line of some sombre granite tombs that rest here like sleeping giants under the earth. Clutching the glowing snide silver key, which we do have, you examine them one by one for the lock that keeps secure the legendary Lorestone. At length, you find the lock and insert the key. Delete the special item from your action chart. But you are suddenly distracted on the very brink of discovery by a creature that is advancing upon you through the open sewer door. No! Right, so we need to get rid of the key. Now, hopefully it will still be in use. Because there's a creature coming. Maybe it is Bert. Is it Bert? What was the creature called in the trapdoor? Was it... No, Bert was like the servant. Didn't Bert look after the monsters in the trapdoor? Okay. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. Right, 334. 334. Jonathan, how's Shakespeare versus Cthulhu going? Are you mega funded now? Are you like 250% funded? Have you unlocked any more stretch goals? 334. 334. Because I have backed it, by the way. I have backed it. 334. A huge lumbering monster stalks towards you. It's over 10 feet high with thick twisted limbs and large fingers that are tipped by razor-sharp talons. Hang on, we've met this one before in a previous alternate life. Baleful monstrous eyes protrude from its yellow stilts as its glistening head and a long reptilian tail whips behind it. Its hideous and peculiar gibbering fills the moonlit crypt as it draws nearer and nearer. So Johnson's but it's on 13,900, which is 100 away from hitting scratch goal number 2. That's fantastic news. Look at that. Martha's put, I'm so mad at myself. My local hobby shop had book boards all the time for book binding. Oh, did it? Oh, because did you have to get it from special places? The good news though, Martha, is that you've found that out now. So if you want to do more book binding, you can go there, can't you? Burke Boney. Oh, there we go. Burke Boney Drut Rog lived below the trapdoor. Thought lived outside. Oh, fantastic. Just backed it on the tier of my favourite play of all time, Hamlet. Well done, Lee Rin. Yes, thank you for your support. No worries, Jonathan. It's 139%. That is brilliant. That must be really satisfying as well, because obviously you've built up your audience over the years, you know, and it's really good to see that it keeps building each year. I'm going there as fast as I can. I need to make my old D&D characters journal. Oh, fantastic. That's brilliant. Like a custom-made journal for your D&D. Before I broke off to do something else, I was working on Act 2, The Play's the Thing. Guess where it's set? Where that's set? Now, I'm very ignorant, so I can't guess. Oh, Jam, I haven't received the game book in my email yet. Oh. I never forget the first live read of Ace 1 at the Asylum. I played him for 3 years. Denmark, of course it is. Cool. Yeah, the play's the thing. The play within a play. Okay, so we are just about to... You've got a choice to make. We have a bow. If you have a bow and wish to use it, or if you want to prepare for combat. So you have a choice. Do you want to use the bow? I would recommend a yes, because it gives us a +6. And we get a first strike. So do you want to use the bow? Type yes, or bow. Bow selector. Correct. You can accompany Hamlet as he goes in search of his father's ghost. Oh, fantastic. I did have this idea. Well, I stole it from The Witcher, actually, because I've been playing that, live streaming that. Bow selector, there it is. Yeah, that within the game book, within my game book, you switch to a different character for a little bit, and then you switch back again. Because I really like that in The Witcher, and I thought, oh, maybe you could do that in a game book, where you kind of switch a little bit. But is that what you've done? Damn you, Jonathan, and your cleverness. Okay. We are going to use the bow. 209. Do it. Oh, you did it in Dracula. Yeah, but was that slightly different where you could pick right from the beginning which character you want? Because I thought, oh no, in SUV, Shakespeare vs. that you are William Shakespeare. Oh, I see, yeah, so you're doing that. So you're William Shakespeare, but then you're going to be playing as Hamlet in a sort of dream sequence or a play sequence. Is that right? Spoilers? Look at us trying to wheedle spoilers out. In Dracula's, you could choose at different points to swap characters. Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't realise that. God, that must have been mind-bending to try and work that out. Lyrian, please check your spam box. If it isn't there, send it again. Whoever it went to was delivered on 24th of April. Okay, so 209. We're going to use the bow. We're going to select the bow, obviously. Trembling with fear, you draw the bowstring and fire. The arrow glances off the creature's armoured head and shatters to the matchwood against the crypt wall. Remove the arrow from your action shot. There is no time for a second shot. Hastily, you discard your bow and prepare for close combat as the beast moves in to strike. Ooh. This must be a bit of a final boss then. We have lost... well, it was worth trying, though. It was worth trying. Oh, it looks like Lyrian has found it. So we are down to 11 arrows. We may not need all of them. Okay. 3, 4, 4. This could turn ugly pretty quickly because we've already been killed by this one. Oh my giddy aunt, right. The hideous creature gurgles with anger as it springs forward and attacks. It is the Dakomid. Combat 25. Endurance 50. This is going to be a long one, potentially. This beast is immune to Psi Surge and Mind Blast, which we don't have. If you play in the veteran mode, you may use the Summer Sword in this battle. If you reduce its endurance to 25 or less, do not continue combat. Okay, it's worth reading on whenever you get into combat. So it's got 25 and 50. Let's write it in the little combat sheet area. Trying to focus on outlining my fancy book isn't working. Oh, sorry to hear that, Martha. I would keep going with it, though. Never give up. Unless you just really think, yeah, this is just not working at all. There's always a solution. So, it's got 50 endurance points. Oh, no. Yeah, 50 endurance points. We've got 27 we had. Section. Oh, I don't know what that is. Right, combat ratio is what? No, hang on. What are we on? Combat. We got. Whoa! There's a combat only of 1. Wow. +1 because it's on 25. We were on 26. Wow, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's see how well we die. Here we go then. We want high rolling numbers. Let's get a 0. That would be the best outcome. We've got a 2. The second worst outcome. Okay, we've got a 2, so we look along the chart. We got a 2 and we're on 1. Ooh. So we take 4 points of damage. It takes 5 points of damage. Oh no. So it's on 45 and we're on 23. Is that right? No, we're on 20. Yeah, 23. This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. Here we go then. We need a high roll. We got a 3. Good man. Enjoy. It has Asian elements. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we rolled a 3, which is slightly better. We take -3. It takes -6, which is better. So it's on 39. We're on 20. This is going to be very close. Here we go then. We need a high number. Oh, it's 3 again. It's 3 again. We are on 17. It is on... Hang on. hang on. 6. Oh, okay. 33. Oh, we need to roll high numbers or we're going to die. Right now, we are like Luke Skywalker held in the Rancor's claws and stabbing its fingers with a stray shin bow. Exactly, but he survived. He survived. Just used a big metal gate thingy. That's better though. We've rolled a 7. We have rolled a 7. That's much better. So, looking along the chart, -1 for us, -10. -10. That makes it much better. So it's on 23, we're on 16. We've got to roll another 7. We've got to roll another 7 or above. Here we go then. It is! Look at that! It is a 7! As long as we aren't Gamma guards. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that poor orc lookalike. I know, I like them. I remember watching Return of the Jedi. I'm pretty sure it was in the cinema. If not, it was very close afterwards on the video. I'm pretty sure I watched it in the cinema. I really like them with the tusks. Is that the ones you mean? So we got a 7 again. This might save us. So we're on -1. So we're on 15. -10. It swung in our favour by 2 points. It's on 13. The Rakor thought he said pork. What? Here we go then. We need another 7 at least. Oh, it's the best score. Look at that. That is a 0. Don't you ever say that I don't roll good rolling scores. Here we go then. This could kill it, I guess. Oh my god, we are so close. We don't take any damage, but it takes -12. So I just dropped something. -12. Oh my god, so it's on 1 point. We don't take any damage, so we're on 15. We need a high roll. Here we go, let's do it again. That is 5. That's not bad. That's a 5. Okay, a 5. I think that's done it. Oh, we lose -2, so we're on 13. However, he dead. -8 points of damage. It can't sustain. Oh no! I forgot. It said if it gets down to 25. But we killed it anyway. So we, even if we haven't, we have. It says here. Yeah, let me write down the name. Dacomids. It says here, yeah, if you get 25, do not continue combat. Instead, go to 310. I forgot about that. So we should have more endurance points. 310. The crypt floor is crawling with severed remains of the monster, still writhing blindly forward with a maniacal intent. Spider-like. No! A severed hand climbs your leg and embeds its talons in your flesh. Lose 2 endurance points. Well, we won't take that off because we did continue combat. As you fight to free yourself from its vice-like grip, the torn pieces of the Democote's body gather themselves together for another attack. If you choose to leap forward and strike the creature before it completely reforms, okay, you decide to unlock the tomb. Okay, what would you want to do? I mean, we have kind of beaten it anyway. So, do you want to leap forward and strike the creature before it has completely reformed? Type strike. Or, do you want to unlock the tomb and retrieve the Lorestone? Type unlock. What would you like to do? Strike or unlock? You decide. You decide. It's probably a good idea to strike. Martha's gone for the strike. You never know, because while we might have turned our back and it might then attack us, I don't know. I don't know. You decide. Unlock. We've already killed it. Well, that was my bad. We should have turned sooner. Unlock. The item may have special powers to help us defeat it. That's true. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it can never be killed in the traditional sense. Yeah, that's a good point. Is it like the Lethar... Oh, what is it? Isn't there like a river creature or a sea creature? I remember having a book when I was a kid. I think it was my brother's book about myths and monsters. And it was a fantastic illustration of a knight sort of waist high in a river. And then this tentacle was sort of around him. And the story was that no matter how much it hacked off these arms, these flailing arms or tentacles, they just grew back again. I like defeat. I like the hands too. Okay, so you guys are going for unlock. Okay, let's do unlock then. Let's go for unlock. 239. 293, I should say. 293. As the door creaks open, a sun-like radiance pours out from the tomb and floods the crypt with golden light. Its searing intensity paralyzes the dimmer. You grasp the Lorestone. Yes. And your senses reel with newfound wisdom and strength. Instinctively, you raise your weapon and strike the monster at the base of its hideous skull. It gives one last loud and plaintive shriek before its unnatural life is extinguished forever. Oh my giddy aunt. You're describing the legend of the Lambton Worm. That's it, from the Osborne Book of Monsters. Its body would reconnect, that was it, unless it was battled in running water. Look at you with the knowledge. I ripped it off with the... Did you? With the devil worm in Spellbreaker. Yeah, that book was a brilliant, wasn't it? The illustrations were amazing. And that one just, for some reason, just has stuck in my head. That's what it's called, right? I'm going to have to try and track that down. Have you got that book, Jonathan? Leerin's also put, yeah, Lambton Worm, the young knight's spiked armour. That was it. It was spiked. What's going on here? Jonathan's just spammed us with a link. No. The young knight's spiked armour made the work impale. Hang on. Yeah, it's of trying to... Yes, exactly. Yeah, good tell that. The Lair of the White Worm was based on... Oh, was it? It also inspired my novella, The Serpent's Egg. Like it. Look at that. You see? Yes, they reissued it recently. Oh, did they? Oh, that's cool. Look at you, Mr. Author. Giving it all that. Fantastic. No, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad I mentioned it, because I thought I'd never kind of see that again, and I haven't really tried tracking it down. And the Lair of the White Worm makes a cameo appearance in Dracula Curse of the Vampire. There you go. See? Fantasy. It's great. I'm actually writing another blog for my Edra Tales or Edra Scrolls on my Edra Tales website. And it's all about world building. And this is the kind of thing that I love talking about. I say recently, it was probably several years ago. Yeah, you're getting on, Jonathan. You forget these things. You do. He says, "Where's my synatogens?" Right, guys, look what's happening. Turn to 350, which I believe is the magic. Oh my giddy aunt. Look at this. Right. This is why I adored Spellbreaker. Jonathan's knowledge of folklore is exquisite. Fantastic. Maybe I do... Spellbreaker's expensive to get, though. If they because we haven't done Spellbreaker, have we? Have we? No, we haven't done Spellbreaker. Here we go, then. before your disbelieving eyes, the Dakamid skin starts to ripple as if a wave is washing beneath its skin. I do have a folklore and mythology section in my library. Oh, so have I, Jonathan. Oh yeah, not in your library, obviously. Time. Hang on, let's read this bit again. Suddenly, a crisscross of wrinkles appears, and layers of transparent bone peel off and fall away from its shell-like skull. Its body becomes hunched, shrinking and folding by the second, until all that is left is a film of dust on the floor of the crypt. Time has at last caught up with this ancient terror. Hail the wise Sir Bard Green. As the golden light begins to fade, you stare with fascination at the object of your quest, the Lorestone of Varetta. However, all that you are now holding in your hand is a hollow sphere of multifaceted crystal, empty and transparent. Your quest has succeeded, for the power of the Lorestone has been absorbed into your body and mind. Its strength and wisdom has now become an innate part of your being. To your amazement, the location of a second crystal orb forms slowly in your mind, as well as an absolute certainty there are even more Lorestones left hidden in Magnamund. This remarkable transformation signals the beginning of a new and deadly challenge on your quest for the Magnakai. Yet be warned, the Magnakai quest will draw you into a sinister place where a malicious and terrible evil has grown in power since the time when Sun Eagle first completed the quest. If you possess the courage of a true Kai Master, the challenge and quest await you in Book 7 of the Lone Wolf series, entitled Castle Death. I like that. Get the plug in for the next book. I like that. Wow, there is an illustration. Time has at last caught up with the ancient terror. There it is. Look at him go. Yeah, no. We won and it's over. Sad now. I know, Martha. And just like Hot Rod absorbing Optimus Prime's wisdom from the Matrix Crystal of Leadership in Transformers the movie. Beautiful, beautiful living. Look at that though. We did do it. I say, yeah, normally these books, they take 5 to 6 parts, don't they? That seems to be the norm. 350 entries. So that's actually shorter than a fighting fantasy book, isn't it? It's shorter. What I didn't realise, it says, so what they've done, I think, in these definitive editions, look at this. What? At the back, they've put the Magnamund archives. These notes will reward the curious with extra information concerning the peoples, lands and artefacts encountered on this Lone Wolf adventure. The supplementary wisdom and history may also prepare you for epic struggles that lie ahead. NB, all historical information in this appendix is relevant to the year MS 5058, the year in which these adventures occur. Wow, so look, it tells you about the Stornlands, tells you about Lyrus, tells you about Varetta. So that's pretty cool. Sun Eagle. Oh, it tells you about the Dimarids. The Book of the Magnakai. Yeah, look at this. So there we go. We did it. Yes. Or I should say you did it. Yes. Gordon's alive. Just like Hot Rod absorbing up. Oh, yeah, no, I've read that. Save the character sheet. We may delve into castle depths. Yeah, one day. That is a good point. Maybe we need to save the information. Although it's a big bit of paper. But hey, you know, I'll do that. I'll do that. So, wow, there we go. What was I going to say? That was it. So we've got a new game book to explore. However, I'm going to be away not next week, but the week after. Just paid my invoice, Jonathan. Ooh, sounds interesting. A little backstreet dealing. So we've got one spare week, and it seems a bit disjointed if we do 1 week of the new book, and then I'm away, and then we start part 2 a week after that. So, what's people thinking? Are you up for play testing my game book? Do you want to hear a bit of that? Just for 1 week. We'll just see how far... I've only written 30 entries, so I don't really know how long it will take. Jam's put yes. But no one's play tested it yet. No one at all. Not even me. Jonathan's put yes. Martha's put yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, we are. And Lerin as well. That's very kind of you. I'm hoping you'll enjoy it, obviously. It might be rubbish. You might go, what is this terrible rubbish? Hopefully you won't. I don't think you will. So, it's... yeah, I'm slightly nervous now. But yeah, so what I'm thinking... Let's have a quick look. Because the rules... I won't read out all the rules because there's quite a lot of it. I'll read out... We do have some starting objects. Well, unless... Okay, we've got... This is finished short, hasn't it? Should we spend the next 20 minutes? Well, hopefully it won't take that long. Shall I just give you a little pre-taster of the setup of the actual rules? Shall I do that? Do you want to do that? Do you want to hear it now? I'll try and be brief. But that was a good question. I think Adam Mitchell posted up in one of the... oh, thank you, Martha. Posted up in one of the forums, a gamebook forum, saying, how long are people's entries to a game book? And people were like going, do you include the mechanics and stuff like that? So that is a very good point. How complicated can you make a game book? And how simple should it be? Grabs popcorn, we're all ears. Okay. Because that, my only concern, but I'll say it, because you might think I'm just worrying for no reason, is that I've put too many rules in. I kind of like the simplicity of fighting fantasy. But, you know, I just read Boyter was a French name for box maker. Oh, was it? There you go. Well, I was told by my uncle, Ian Boyter, because he did some research, that, but we're all connected to royalty, that we were connected to French royalty, and that our family, in the time of the Revolution, had to flee France, because apparently we were aristocracy. Of course we were. And there was the French and the Scots had a good connection, so our family managed to get smuggled out. But we just slightly changed the name, because it was like Boyler or something, like Boyle, and then we just changed the name slightly, and that was it. Nobody knew it was us, even though we're in Scotland speaking French. Yeah. Thank you for the Arkham Horror books. On average, the section... Oh, okay. For the Arkham Horror books, on average, the sections are 150 to 200 words long. Okay, that's interesting. The Old Alliance. Oh, yeah, the Old Alliance. Make a note on this sheet. We've made a nemesis of the undead summoning spoiled young nobleman. We may bump into him again in another adventure. Oh, that's a good point. Shall I do that now, then? Yeah. I'll put... We've got notes. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? Notes. Made enemy of spoilt noble. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That brat doesn't stand a chance against us now. No, hell no. We've got the power of the Lorestone. Not against our multi-silver bow. Yeah, that as well. Okay, so... I will read you. So this is Devilish Dilemmas, an Edra Tales game book to kill a thief. Scribed and illustrated by Loquacious Macabre. What I'm going to do for the illustrations is, I'm not going to do them on, so I did the cover on Photoshop. I'm not going to be doing the cover on Photoshop. I'm going to be drawing them onto lino. I'm going to do lino cuts because I do have access to a lino press. So I'm going to ink them up with black ink, then put them onto some really nice sort of cartridge paper, and then press them. And then scan that in and then put them into the book. Because I wanted that handcrafted feel. And then I thought it'd be quite cool if anybody wanted to buy prints and just do limited runs, you know, like 30, is that too many? But 30 of each prints. Not prints, but prints. So people can buy those if they wanted to, you know, put them in a nice frame, that kind of thing. Just an idea, you know, slightly different, you know, maybe for the Kickstarter. I managed to get right back into my parental grandmother's side. Oh, descended from a Danish jarl named Malach. I thought you were going to go for a joke there, Jan, but you were serious. Oh, that's cool. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so here we go. It says, "Greetings, apprentice thief. You are a thief, a rather shady thief, though drink has got the better of you, and you find yourself falling for the oldest con trick of all in Edra. You bought a fake treasure map. Down to your last gold coglet, you begin to wonder if the treasure marked on the map really does exist, the legendary Crown of Chaos. Over the course of this adventure, you will advance through the ranks of the Thieves' Guild, from Braggart to Filcher, Filcher to Biblioclept, Biblioclept to Freebooter, and Freebooter to Arch Thief. That is, if you survive." Magnakai sounds like someone who should appear in Hera RPG supplement. Should there ever be one? Yeah, absolutely. Still that name. So that is the premise. You are a thief, and you're on the lowest rung of the Thieves' Guild, which is a braggart. And you basically, you've got this fake map. You've been sold a dud, or is it? So that is the quest. So I have got then I've also got alignment. I think we talked about this before. Alignments. There are 5 alignments that categorize the ethical and moral perspective of yourself, the people you'll meet, and the creatures you'll encounter. So I've got true. This is where you can prefer to allow goodness into your heart as much as possible. Honest, an honest thief. You like to help others, especially those in need, and particularly if it benefits you too. You still got a bit of edge, but, you know, you've got a bit of a heart. Neutral. You have the ability to assess each situation on its own merit and act accordingly. Shady, which is the one you start at. You can ignore any moral dilemmas that come your way if you choose. Corrupt. You can't help but take the dark path and embrace all that is evil. Oh, just like Midnight Rogue, my very first game book. Oh, okay, I don't know that one. Brilliant. Yeah. So you start as shady. This may change during the course of the adventure. Now, you've got special abilities. So your special abilities, whenever the thief encounters a shop, market, stall, or anywhere that offers objects to buy, you can chance your luck by testing your pickpocketing attribute to steal by rolling 1d12. If you roll a 1 to 6, you fail. The object remains out of your possession. Pickpocketing attribute... lose 1 pickpocketing attribute. 7 to 12 is success. Take the object you were trying to steal. So I thought that'd be quite fun, because again, trying to work out, well, look, if you've got no gold, it's never fun if you've got no gold and there's an opportunity to buy stuff. So I thought, well, you're a thief. You're going to have, you know, that's what you want to do when you're playing a thief. You want to try and nick stuff. So you'll always have an ability to nick stuff. So even if you have got gold, you might want to try and nick it. Definitely, I included a Jarl in Magnakai, Lord of Enmity, was once ruled by 4 of them before the War of Reform. Yeah, Jarl's pretty cool. I first came across Jarl, I think it was in Oblivion or Skyrim. Game mechanics. So there's a 12-sided dice or two. Well, you need 4 6-sided dice basically, because I do say roll 2d12. So yeah. Anyway, the core attributes are vigor, metal, fettle, allure, and fate and experience. The higher your score, the better chances you have when testing your attributes. So it's pretty much the same as Fighting Fantasy. So vigor is your strength and fighting skill. Metal is your ability to cope well with difficulties, your spirit and resilience. Fettle is your physical health. Obviously, if it goes to 0, then ye dead. Allure, this is your ability to cast magic incantations found on incantation scrolls. So as a thief, I've not given you magic per se. It's not part of you. But you are proficient a little bit in magic, depending on your allure, to read out incantation scrolls, which I thought was quite cool, because I do like the idea of casting spells as well. And I wanted to work out a way of having a magic system that doesn't mean I have to write multiple, outcomes within the book, and I think I've done that. Fate. The fate of Edra can be fickle. They decide your fortune, be it good or ill. You may re-roll a die, unless stated otherwise, to ignore the die roll, but you must accept the re-rolled score. Have you noticed some similarities between this and Talisman? That's basically Fate from Talisman. If Return to Tavern on Helgedad is released this year, that'll be my 3rd book in 2024. You're definitely on a roll, Jam. That's brilliant. Going to take my time with Paranormal 3 for that reason. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, you're doing well. Experience. So you will collect experience points, XP, throughout your adventure to gain vigor, metal, fettle, and allure points. What you do, so you roll 1d12 to create your starting character. The vigor, metal, fettle, allure, fate. You start with 4 experience points. Every 5 experience points collected, you convert to 1 level up point to be added to either. So basically, it's like Talisman again. When you do combat, it will say gain an experience point. And also, what I've decided to do is, experience point isn't just about fighting and combat. Experience is also about other things. So you might pickpocket someone, and it's quite difficult, and I might just put in gaining experience points. So every now and again I randomly put them in. Well, not randomly, but you have to have achieved something to get an experience point. And then, so that's going to be the core of every Edra game book, Edra Tales game book, the Devilish Dilemmas game book, where the core attributes are vigor, metal, fettle, allure, fate, and experience. And then what I'm going to do is, you won't always be playing a thief. I want to play other character classes. So, in this case, you get the thief attributes. And so this is lockpicking, sleight of hand, stealth, dexterity. And the way you do it for this one is that you get 26 points, and you can spend that how you like between your thief's attributes. So every book is going to have a slightly different one of those depending on what character class it is. So again, every game book should be playing slightly differently, which I like the idea of. Like a D&D 2nd edition thief, knows enough code language to read magic scrolls at an amateur level. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't play D&D at 2nd edition, but yeah, that kind of idea, exactly. A little bit of magic, but you're not overly powerful. You haven't got a wand, you haven't got a staff, you can't remember the spells. They're basically there. If you don't read them off the scroll, you can't cast them. I want food, but all I have is soup or porridge, and nothing is making me hungry. Maybe go for the soup. Porridge in the evening, is that a bit weird? Maybe go for the soup. Now the combat, fight or flight. So I originally was going to call the book series Fight or Flight, but Devilish Dilemmas I think has a better ring to it. So I did keep the theory that every combat, unless stated otherwise, because some I have put that you can't flee, you can take flight. Because I did think when you play Fighting Fantasy, you don't have a choice, although you can evade, but only when it says. So I've done it the reverse. So you can flee, but what that means is that you take 1 point of damage, so you decrease your fettle, and you lose 1 experience point. Now, if you have no experience point, then you get 2 points of damage lost. Now, maybe I need to put that higher. I don't know. Again, this is where we're playtesting it. And basically, the fight is very much Fighting Fantasy. When you get into combat, it's very much exactly the same as that. However, I have put it that if anyone rolls a d12, rolls a 12 when you roll the d12, then it's like an exploding dice. I like that mechanism where you then... Oh no, here we go, sorry. That's slightly different. So, if you or the enemy roll 12 as a Vigor roll result, it is a critical strike. Roll another d12. Oh yes, you roll another one, and then you add those scores together. And again, if the enemy does that... Oh yeah, sorry. If, however, you roll a 12, and then you roll another 12, or the enemy rolls a 12 and rolls another 12... That's an instant death. You don't add them together. Whoever that is against dies. It's an instant death. There's no further fighting needed. So if you could, on your first round of combat, roll a 12, then you roll another one, you could just kill the monster straight away. So I thought that's quite exciting. It might cut the combat as well. Devilish Dilemmas has a Hitchcock meets Agatha Christie ring to it. Yeah, it's kind of playful, isn't it? It's kind of playful. So, after every victory in combat, you gain 1 experience point. Yeah, we talked about that. Leveling up, so you can then you can collect them up. So once you get 5, you can just cash it in for a level up point. If, however, you got 7, you can cash in 5 and keep 2, so you don't lose them. Then I've got... So when you level up, there's the guild progress track. This is how you then proceed up the guild. So there's if you've got +2 level points, you're a braggart. So that's what you start on. You're a braggart. And you've got the ability of swagger. +6. So when you get 6 experience points, you or level up points, I should say, you become a felcher. You gain secret steel. +10+, you become a biblioclept. You gain thieves lore, so that's when you start unlocking more about being a thief, basically. 14+, you become a freebooter. You gain plunder, the ability of plunder, or the skill of plunder. And then if you get 18+, you become arch thief, and you gain blagger's knack. So I've tried to fit each ability that you gain to what level you're at. So an arch thief is basically a leader, and so you get blagger's knack. So you've got persuasive powers to make people follow you, which can come in handy when you're trying to persuade people to do that. Do you mean filcher? Oh yeah. Have I spelt it wrong or have I spelled it right? No, I spelled it right. I've just mispronounced it wrong. Filcher, yeah. Filcher. It sounds rude, but I don't think it is it? Have I got this terribly wrong? Twitch has blocked my previous comment when you used that word you said. Oh, really? Right, I better double check this before I give them away to children. It's profane. No, it's not. That's a slang word, though. Doesn't it mean stealing? Don't write what you think it means. I'll have to look it up. That's something different, isn't it? Anywho, good, because... Oh, I see. With an E rather than an I. No, F-I, okay. Means something else. Yeah, check out. Yeah, I thought it did. I'm pretty yeah, it means stealing. Yeah, exactly. The other one is right. Okay, good. Thank you for giving me a heart attack there. Free sample, yeah, corrupt your children, here we go. Looting the body. So, when I play, whenever I play Skyrim or anything like that, Witcher, or any game book, I want to loot the body. If I've just killed somebody, I'm a baddie. I want to loot them, surely. Or even if it's self-defense, it's like, well, they don't need it anymore. Is another elegant, antiquated word for steal. Pilfer, yes, pilfer is a great word. Yeah. We kind of still use it, I think. Not overly common, but yeah, I've definitely heard of that. Pilfer could be a good... maybe I could change it to pilfer. Remember, this is being kickstarted in October, so things can change. I haven't play tested it properly. So you'll be able to loot the body as well. So when instructed, you roll 1d12 to determine how many gold coglets you find on the body. Add this number to your inventory. And again, I was quite happy with that because I didn't want to write extra entries every time you loot a body to work out what they've actually found. You're looting the body, but it's kind of a cheat because all you're going to find is gold, unless I write specific ones because I need you to find specific things. But I thought it'd be quite cool because you kill somebody and then you go, and then I do remind you, loot the body, roll 1d12, and then you just roll it and then you go, great, I've got... Because again, it's like, how do you gain gold in these books? Sometimes you kind of go, I didn't really feel like I could gain gold a lot, unless specifically you go off and earn little side quests. Inventory system. So basically, you're going to have weapons, objects, maps. I've done it where it's unlimited because I thought I don't really want to restrict people, and they'll have to keep tabs. It's like just unlimited. So I have given you a starting objects. So you get 2 daggers because obviously if you're in the guild, you're going to have some sort of weaponry. So 2 daggers. Handy for close quarter combat and throwing. Provisions, you're going to you don't start with any because, well, you know why. And it restores 4 fettle when eaten. You get a lockpick kit, which everything you need to pick most locks. Add 3 to your lockpicking attribute, and then you get 1 incantation scroll. So you need to have a lure 3. And it gives you +1 to your vigour in combat. So the good thing about the incantation scrolls is they are bonuses. So basically, they're every single one. There's 24 different ones. Every single one I've created means I don't have to write extra entries. Shall I give you a few examples? Let's have a look without too many spoilers. So, for example, and I've increased them. I kind of copied Skyrim where you get Scroll of Small Vigour, Scroll of Extra Vigour, Scroll of Great Vigour, and then Scroll of Small Metal, etc., etc. So, a Scroll of Small Fettle adds 1 to your Fettle when tested. A Scroll of Small Allure adds 1 to your Allure when testing or in combat. Scroll of Extra Vigour is +2 in Vigour. So they're always stuff that just adds to your character rather than me having to write a different entry. Scroll of Flight, for example, that's quite a powerful one. You need an Allure score of 10. You can flee 1 combat without taking any damage or losing XP. So it's just things like that. And so obviously you'd make a note of it on your sheet, on your action sheet, adventure sheet. And then you go, oh, I want to use the incantation of flight, or whatever I called it, scroll of flight. And then you just go, right, I'm skipping that. However, obviously I'll have to put caveats in, because if I got the big boss fight, at the end, I don't want them to just go, oh, well, I've skipped that one. And I've won. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. That's a good idea. For some reason, I want a Subway. Ooh, lovely. Subway. I think, yeah, I'm going to crack open a few Subways at UK Games Expo. I know they've got a Subway there. So that is the, incantation scrolls. What else do you start with? The Bag of Abundance, which is a bag that I created for the Story Spark cards. Why not use them? Can't buy it in my local area. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think Oh no, it's Hertford got a subway? We used to have one. So these bags are sought after magical objects as they can hold unlimited amount of objects inside. If you lose the bag of abundance, you lose all your objects except your money, as this is kept in a separate pouch. Subway is very convenient food option at UK Games. Yeah, it is. It's good because it's relatively healthy. Relatively healthy. So that is my way to explain how you can carry all the objects you can, an unlimited supply. You've got a bag of abundance, or bag of holding in D&D parlance. Meatball Mariner is my favourite. See, I don't go to sub that often to know what sandwiches they have. And then you have 1 gold coglet. Unfortunately, you've spent nearly all of your coglets gambling, drinking, and purchasing a treasure map of dubious origins. So that is the rules. Obviously, I've not read everything out. There's other things I will tell you. There's just 2 more things that I thought, again, I'm quite pleased with. Not had one for 5 years. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I only really eat them when I go to UK Games Expo. So there's 2 other things I'll tell you about. Sleep encounters. It says here, throughout your adventure, you'll have to sleep. When instructed, roll 2d12 and consult the sleep encounter on page 84 to see the result. This could be to your benefit or detriment. And then I've got events. Throughout your adventure, random events are triggered. A roll of 2d12 determines which event comes into play. See page 79. Remember, you can spend 1 fate point to either re-roll 1 die in the hope of getting a different event, or spend 1 fate point to ignore the event altogether by rolling 1d12. 1 to 6 is you fail, the event happens. 7 to 12, it succeeds, the event is ignored. So again, without playtesting it, I don't know how harsh these events are going to take its toll on the adventurer, or how harsh the sleep encounters are. So for example, shall I give you an example? So the events, again, are just random things that can happen to the character, but without me having to write extra paragraphs in the actual main bit of the game book. So, for example, if you rolled a 2, it was an event, and you rolled a 2, it says here, ambush. To your surprise, a pair of goblins lay in wait to rob you. You have no time to take flight. You must fight the goblins, one at a time using normal combat rules. And then you fight them. And then number 3, I won't spoil them, but number 3 is a sewer boggin bites your leg, lose 2 fettle points. So it's just random stuff like that. And that could kill you, actually, couldn't it, if you're down to your last 2. So there's 24 events that can take place. And then sleep encounters, again, the same theory. I've got 24 sleep encounters. So, for example, if you roll a 1, you rest peacefully, gain 2 fettle points. Then it says here, if you roll a 6, a portal bandit appears through a magical portal. She attempts to rob you. As you are taken by surprise, you cannot take flight. Instead, you must fight using the normal rules. You may loot the body if you win. This other one says... Oh, yeah. If you roll a 10, while sleeping, Nod the god of sleep snoozes and slumber, but not catnaps, 40 winks or dozes, as that is another god, visits you and bestows a gift. Roll 1d12 to discover what gift is bestowed, and then, you know, as you can imagine, there's good stuff and there's bad stuff in there. So, or is it all good? Yeah, no, it's quite good. Yeah, no, all of those are good. So what I've done with the events and what I've done with the sleep encounters is I've put roughly a balanced mixture of good stuff that can happen to you, neutral stuff that's not too bad, and then stuff that is a bit more detrimental to you. So there you go. So that is the mechanics. So if you're still listening and still awake, do you think that sounds pretty good? Yeah? Do you think that... Is it too much? Is it not too much? Reading it out doesn't actually seem like it's too much, but let me know. I guess the only way we can work that out is if we actually play it, you know. Everyone's fallen asleep. Okay, there we go. Unless there's a big lag. Jammers, but it's fine, and you can always refer back. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the whole point is that you where it says, an event has happened. See page 83 and follow the instructions, or 82. Then you basically just do it there and then you go back to your entry that you're at. Still here, just tired. No worries. Put the tables on the back of the book because repeated page turning like the action charts will wear the book down. Haha, funny you should say that. I have put them on the back. Now these are very straightforward. I do want to put a bit more character and charm into them, but this is the actual action sheet or adventure sheet. So you got your 6 core attributes, and I've written core attributes. Vigour, Mettle, Fettle, Allure, Fate, Experience, and I've already put 4 as a starting one. Then you got the Thief's attributes, which are 4. Lockpicking, Sleight of Hand, Stealth, Dexterity. Although I've spelt slight wrong there. Damn. Then I've got Rank, which is the Guild Progress track. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired as well, Martha. And again, you would write down how many experience points you have. So if you have 2 to 6 or 2 to 5, you'd still be in the Braggart, and then you'd go 6 to 9 is the Filcher. Then the Biblioclept is 10 plus, etc., etc. And then also, I've put here the alignments down here. So you've got Corrupt, Shady, Neutral, Honest, True. I've put a little star to say, yep, Shady is where you start. And also Gold Coglets down here. And I put a little 1 as you're starting. Then we've got the weapons. What weapons they are and what attributes they are. Because also, some might say +2 in combat. You can just write +2 in combat. And again, objects and then the attributes. And I've already put Bag of Abundance, Lockpicking, all of that. And then I've already put the small scroll of Vigour and its attribute. And then the good old classic combat charts. And again, I don't know how many monsters I've got in the book yet. How many enemies, but there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 counters. 13 counters. Just want food I don't have. Aww, big hugs, Martha. I know, that's horrible when you really fancy something and you haven't got it in the house. And then I've got 2 pages of notes. Because again, you might want to write down a password or a code or a name, anything like that. And then I've got the map. So I'll put them. So what I'm going to do actually is the book takes place in Firm's Forge for a lot of it. So I might put a bigger map like this in one at the beginning, and then another map maybe at the end. I don't know, of the actual city, Firm's Forge, so you can see. But again, I don't know how much I should give away and how much you kind of want to just explore. So there you go. So does that sound pretty good? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. I'm quite excited to play test it, I must admit. So what we'll do then is we will do this next week as a one shot. Now I don't know how long it's going to take. I've only written 30 entries. I want to explore it. Oh, thank you, Martha. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to do it. It will be after this weekend, so these will have already gone out. So if there's any loopholes, oops. But there's nothing I can really do about that. You know, because I just wanted to be able to give people who are interested in books a free sample, because what I have done is put a little advert in there. Where is it? To show that it is being kickstarted. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. So I put a little bit of an advert in there to show that it's kickstarted. So there we go. Cool. Must find a time fast forwarding machine to jump till next Wednesday because I can't wait. Oh, it's very kind of you, Lee Rin. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm excited as well because I really hope you like it. I really hope that it's fun to play and it's engaging. I think for me, like Jonathan's books, Jam's books, you know, we've done a few of Jam's books now, Victoria Hancock's. And most game books we've played have been pretty engaging. The Simon Todd Hope ones, Lone Wolf, Fighting Fantasy, they're pretty engaging, aren't they, on one level or another. So I'm hoping to kind of put a good emotional strand through the book as well. So there we go. We will find out. Thank you so much. We're a bit over time now, aren't we? Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. We managed to find the Lorestone, defeat the book. We did it. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. So next Wednesday we will do Devilish Dilemmas to Kill a Thief. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Lirin. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Jam. Woohoo! Exactly. Thank you, anyone else that I've missed that commented? Forgive me. I think I've said everybody. Martha. Thank you so much, Martha. And also, if you haven't commented, not a problem, no worries. But if you would like to comment, you do need to follow the Twitch channel. So just click the follow button. It's a Twitch rule. It's not my rule. It's a Twitch rule. You have to follow in order to comment. It also helps with the algorithms. And if you just want to watch, it's not a problem at all. More than welcome. Oh, there you go. That rude guy. Sorry, I knew there was somebody else. Sorry. Thank you so much, rude guy. Always welcome. Yes, night everybody. See you Friday. Yes, the next live stream I do is Friday evening, 7 PM UK time. We are playing, continuing our adventures on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, until then, may the magic of game books and choosing your own adventure flow through you. See you later, guys.